Hello, hello. Welcome back. We're playing Momotype today. It's a maybe cute, maybe scary game, and that's all I know about it. It might be like a Tamagotchi? I'm not sure. But I'm loving this music already. Good sound design. Your neighborhood. New Ribosome City. New ribosome. Okay, that makes more sense. The chains of DNA spin on your screen. They make a web of helices until the logo of Imitato Corp, appears in a white font. The ad has begun. They were all the rage in the 21,000s. You knew them as monotypes. Oh, not Momotype, but Monotype. Monotypes, your digital pocket friend. You'd feed them, play games with them, and watch them grow. Mom and Dad liked them because there was no cleanup. You liked them because they seemed real. With the advent of the digital age, we at Imitato Corp have noticed society changing. Birth rates in this country have hit an all-time low, not seen since the plague. Oh. Soon, our workforce will be depleted and unemployed. Once this occurs, industry will fail. I wonder if this game was made during COVID. As you all know, this is an existential threat not only to ourselves, but importantly, our GDP. Monotypes, our digital pocket pets, have supported this decline. We want people to have kids. This, unfortunately, cannot be accomplished through digital software. It can, however, be accomplished through our new product. Today, we are excited to announce the shipment of our new line of monotypes. The real monotype. The digital enters the physical. Cuddle them like real pets. Play with them like real pets. Watch them grow and change. Know the joys of parenthood. Order now at no cost. Supplies limited. But this isn't an actual chat. Isn't the point of like, oh, we want this country to have kids so those kids eventually grow into adults and then work and buy things? What is this thing gonna do? I can say no to placing an order. You know what? No, I don't want it. It turns out that this is a government-sponsored program. When you head to work the next day, your manager corrals your team into a huddle. He explains that everyone will be receiving a monotype. Has a partnership formed between Imitato Corp? An employee asks. You're right on the money, Christine, your manager says. We have to get this country moving, and corporate wants to be that vehicle of change, he says, shaking his fist in the air. Your hours will be unpaid, but a week will pass by like nothing. Pizza parties on Friday. Ain't that how it be? Your home, New Ribosome City. A dust storm, lead in the air. You are in a desert-like area. There is nothing around you besides the sound of your thoughts. You cannot find any. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Supplies limited. You're awake. Remnants of the dream pass and you fade into static. You're back to your show. You're going to watch television until you hear noise outside your door. Someone has left something on your porch. It's for you. Oh, wow, I thought it was literally just gonna be like, well, the game ends because you hit no. But this is worse. I kinda wish I just said yes. Spooky. It's very cute looking. It looks like it's in a little ramen bowl. It's so cute. When you open the door, there it is, a small creature laying in a basket. It's sleeping soundly. Turn it over. Oh, the monotype you ordered has arrived. It has soft skin. Its ears are pointed. They feel like beanbags upon further inspection. It's a monotype in physical form, as per the ad. You want to assume it's a plushie. To your surprise, however, the monotype is warm. The terms of your purchase have not been released. Keep it, yes, or no, leave it outside. I don't want to be mean to it. At the end, is it going to be like, you didn't want to be? I will kill you now. I still don't know if this is a horror game, but boy, does it seem like it. At least society and nature and the government and everything in this game seems pretty bad. You take the creature inside. Monotypes. Monotypes live for approximately 7 days. Wow. A note has been packed inside the basket. Take care of them and they will grow. Monotypes love humans, so give them some love back. It's essential for their well-being. The note ends. There's nothing else by way of instructions. They live for 7 days? You decide it's time for bed. Yeah, 1/7 of your life is just gone now. Sorry. A collection of particles circle around. They are diluted with a heavy substance, though you can't tell what. In your dream, the particles attempt to create form, and in doing so, assemble into a storm. Inside the storm there is no one and nothing, except small spaces where it's immediately dark. Immeasurably dark. Your vision recedes. You look from a bird's eye view into the storm, hoping to get a better look. As soon as you think to spot a person, the particles scatter. You repeat this process until finally you realize you're completely alone. The dream ends. Spooky. Hello. You hear shuffling by your bed. You wake up to see what is moving. The monotype is by your feet. I don't know what voice to give this little guy. Hello, parent. Momo will stay with you for the rest of your life. Do you love Momo? Momo already knows the answer. I love Momo. I barely know you. Take it slow. No. I kind of loved him until he started talking. I'll give him a different voice. I love you, Momo. Momo has received this well. Your answer was never in question. After all, he's cute. A moment passes. Momo's stomach begins grumbling. Now that you think about it, how does Momo manage to eat? Or speak, for that matter? Head into the hallway. Yeah, if I'm not getting if I'm not getting paid, what am I gonna feed this thing?
Momo thinks you have a good taste in interior design. Very postmodern. By the way, what does postmodern mean? Momo saw it on a book from your shelf. Truthfully, you don't know.
Or truthfully, you don't know. Momo is now humming the Imitato Corp jingle. Oh my goodness. Is Momo herbivorous? A carnivore? You don't know yet, but he seems to like pancakes. He's now full of energy. Play with Momo. Oh my goodness. Momo flies into the air. They're surprisingly heavy.
Keep going, parent.
After 30 minutes of using Momo like an exercise ball, you're tired. You drop him onto the floor. While he lays there absently, you take a moment to catch your breath. This results in some confusion. Momo seems fidgety.
Parent, Momo still wants to play.
No, Momo, that doesn't mean I don't love you, though.
Why not, parent?
He asks. I'm tired. Let's call it quits. I don't want to do this, you respond. Momo looks up to you. From your linoleum floor, you see an expression of frustration.
One more time,
he says. Okay, one more time, Momo. You assume that Momo is young. You don't want to be a dick. Momo's thrown into the air exactly one more time. Time for bed, you say. That's fair.
He is just a baby.
Momo looks like a plush doll. He lays like a pile of goo. You've decided to pet him, but to your surprise, his body is taut. Underneath is a muscle-bound creature. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna go to bed now. In the theater of Momo's mind, there is nothing. The only thing that can be made out is the appearance of a person. Momo is dreaming about someone. It's most likely you. You're back in the desert, still in bird's eye view. The particles have ceased to move. You know that you've been waiting a long time, longer than you've waited in real life. You want something to happen. You know this is a dream, but the particles, your buoyed vision, the endless wait, years could pass without contradiction. For now, this is everything. As you've been waiting, the particles started moving. They scatter like dust, above you, even higher than where you currently are. It starts raining to an innumerable degree. You ascend. You are now in the clouds. The rain is below you. You are looking down from an even higher position. Finally, and without your own observation, the particles begin assembling. They seem to form something definite. You don't notice the figure below you until you see a hand waving. Ooh, interesting. It's a new day. This is interesting. Why are we having crazy dreams? I thought the world just sucked, but I guess these are dreams. Put them away. Hi, little guy.
Momo heard that this country's GDP is on the fritz. Soon nobody will be making babies anymore. Banks will go under, food will be short, mass suicides all around. Will Momo be there for it?
It'll probably take more than a week, so probably not. What? No, Momo has a bunker out in southwest Ribo City. Very safe, well stocked. How does Momo know so much about the world? Intuition. Does Momo know where bunker is? No, and he does not like revealing such details. Oh wait, he said that. He said that. What in the world?
I have a bunker, and I'm not going to tell you where it is. Parent, can Momo ask you a question? What is GDP?
Momo pauses.
Momo does not know what a bunker is, to tell you the truth. Is it a type of pancake?
I'm just gonna go to the kitchen. Is my microwave on the floor? Or is that just an oven? No, the oven's next to it. That's just a big microwave. Momo has not yet decided what to eat. You want him to try new foods. What should you give him? An artichoke, steak, or cigarette? I'm worried steak will give him an affinity for meat, but an artichoke seems plain, and a cigarette definitely knows. Let's do steak.
This was made from a cow? Where do they live?
Once you explain that they live in a mass industrialized farms, Momo stares at his plate.
Is it okay to eat cows?
The actual answer is probably not, but humans do so anyway.
That does not make sense, parent.
Momo responds. He eats the steak anyways.
It makes no sense.
I should have given him the artichoke. I should have given him the artichoke. Life with Momo is relatively simple. They are a crude mix between a child and a virtual pet. Okay, also, if I'm not getting paid, how can I afford steak? Whatever. Concerning this, you don't have any particular feelings. However, this does make it difficult when asked questions concerning Momo's identity.
Is Momo human?
He asks. No, but there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not human, and why does parent take care of me?
Because you should care for all living things, wouldn't you agree? Or because it's mutually beneficial. You get food and room, I get a pet. You should care for all living things, wouldn't you agree? Aw, he's blushing. Momo looks up at you from the ground.
Momo thought care was only reserved for humans. The only humans that only humans could accomplish such a thing. I never thought of it that way.
Reserved for humans? At this line, you take a pause. Why would it be reserved for humans, you ask?
Humans are everything. Wouldn't you agree?
He responds. Alright, well, today you've decided to show Momo the world through your television, a reflection of the real world. You've placed Momo onto the couch where they can browse a selection of different shows. Momo does not know what television is, however. You turn on your cable box. Which program should you tune into? Planet Hippo, Dragon Sphere, or New Sheriff in Town? I would show my baby Planet Earth. Hippos might be violent, but let's do Planet Hippo. Look at the size of this one, mate. A man with an accent is pointing to a hippo. Could be any accent, we don't know. What a pretty little lady we got here. Along with his camera crew, the presenter is hiding in a bush. He wears a pair of binoculars and khaki shorts. Okay, now when I show you Crocodile Hunter, Momo, this better make you a good person. I won't take it any other way. Old Bertha has put on a couple hundred. Oh, but she's ripe. Gorgeous. He licks his lips. The presenter then exits the shade of the bush and runs to the sandy bank where the hippo lies. Come here, Bertha, you sly gal. Is he gonna eat the hippo? He enters the water, lifting his legs as fast as he can go. The mother hippo stares the man down, nostrils above water.
Why does he run?
Momo asks. For footage of the hippo, you respond. Momo takes a moment.
What does he want to do with the hippo?
The man on the screen grabs the hippo and subsequently is flung into the air. He's then pulled down under. He does not resurface. Oh, okay. Between the two of you, there's a long pause. Finally, you speak up. Yeah, I don't really like him either. You decide. Man, Crocodile Hunter is great. Hippo Hunter has a different vibe. Let's change channels. Dragon Sphere, New Sheriff in Town. Dragon Sphere sounds fun. Dragons are cool. You'll pay for this, Freemza. On my life, I swear to destroy you. This ends now. A man with rippling muscles stands on screen. He looks like he's squatting, like he's using the toilet. In actuality, he's powering up. Oh, this is like, oh, it's Dragon Ball. I was thinking it would be like, Dragon Quest, or whatever that one is called. Yep, okay. Super angry. That's the stuff of legends. Artichoke, of all people. Blast it all. Maybe I should have given him an artichoke this morning. Blast it all, yells Magenta. to no one in particular. Artichoke, the other man yelling, has been in one position for the past 15 minutes. Rocks levitate, thunderstorms form, and lava erupts from the ground. In the meantime, Freemza, who is awestruck, stares at his rippling muscles. This continues on for another 20 minutes. In this time, Artichoke and Freemza only manage to grunt at each other. At the 40th minute mark, Artichoke finally releases his energy and his hair turns blonde. His muscles are bigger now. Freemza, from which you can tell, is in awe of his bulging chest. There's silence until Artichoke breaks it by speaking. He says but one thing. Now I'm really angry. Freemza blushes. The episode ends. And Momo has nothing to say to that. Okay, let's watch a new sheriff in town. I ain't having a swig of this. A mustachioed man fitted with a cowboy hat spits on the ground. Tastes like my mother's burnt boot. The bartender hides his frustration. Just give me that whiskey. Suddenly the door opens. From the sunlight emerges a shadowy figure. It looks to be a man in his early 40s, tan and with multiple scars. Sheriff Dudley, snake in a bush, sitting incarnate. His hand waves in a grand gesture. How many holes should I press into that suit of yours before you bleed? The tan man pulls out his revolver. And Lord did he know, despite all my guilts and sorrows, iron cuts deep. You will know what it means! Bottle the right, yeah, there. Sheriff Dudley flicks his wrist to the whiskey bottle in the corner. The bartender does not move. Well, get a move on. When nothing happens, Sheriff Dudley slaps his fingers on the table. Dudley, the tan man says. Daddy. The devil welcomes a new man into his heart. You will pay for your crimes against me. Dudley stares down, then sucks his teeth. The tan man has cocked his gun. Well, dog. The sheriff does not move. Gonna get up, or are you a cock with no... The whistle of a bullet is preceded by a hole appearing in the tan man's head. The words do not exit his mouth. His face drops, its expression falls to the floor. Language there, partner. Sheriff Dudley turns to the bartender, a grimace on his face. How many times I gotta ask? Alright, well that was some television. After watching TV, you decide it's time for bed. Momo hobbles up the stairs, you cook something for yourself, then call it a night. Momo sleeps soundly. Whoa! You really liked... Okay. In the theater of Momo's mind, they are Artichoke. For Momo, their vision has collapsed in this image. It is all they are currently dreaming of. Okay, Momo likes Dragon Ball Z, you know? Good for him. In your dream, the particles have formed a shadow. From your height, you believe the shadow to be your own. It is overcast. There is no available light. A question arises and presents a contradiction. How can shadows exist if there is no light? You already know why. You descend to the earth. The shadow mimics your movement and rises up. It is not a shadow. It is face to face to you now. When you move your right arm, it moves its right arm. When you move your left, it does the same. This dark formation mimics your every move. You find it unnerving. You decide to dig into the earth. You want to hide until it goes away. As you descend, the shadow rises into the air and becomes the object projecting its figure onto the earth. You realize that you are the shadow, and the dark formation, by contrast, has become you. You have switched positions. You feel a tinge of regret. Momo has woken up excited.
Did we try something new?
He asks. Looking in the mirror, buddy? Yeah? What you doing, bud?
Yeah, hi, buddy. Hi, bud.
Oh. Momo has the hair of Artichoke. It's a lost item from your cosplay days. Regretfully, you've still kept it.
Prepare to be vanquished, Freemza.
Momo looks at you vengefully. His hair is a bright yellow, and his limbs non-existent. I'll play along. How dare you try to cross the great Emperor Freemza on his march of conquest? Prepare to be annihilated, worm! You charge at Momo. Oh, he's so cute. After numerous energy waves and manly screams, both of you are beat. Yeah. It is the dream. The shadow stays in the air. You stay in the ground. A white sphere has opened up from the storm. It looks upon the both of you. Would you like to get out, friend? To this you can't respond as you do not have a mouth. You do not have any arms either. you, in the air. Would you like to get out? The shadow, still floating in the air, does not give a response. In this entropic storm, it would be hard to make out. The sphere's words, however, are clear. Light comes from the sphere. It has a dark center. A movement of clarity arrives, and you realize that sphere is the sun. Would you like to get out? The sun asks. Hey! Congratulations, Momo has evolved. They have grown crab arms. Okay. I kind of thought the Vegeta hair would have maybe popped up, but you can have crab arms. That's fine. Oh man, okay. Momo has been staring at the mirror since morning. They have not left.
Why have I grown hands?
They shuffle in the mirror.
Why do I look like this?
They turn around in the mirror.
Why does my face look like this? I shouldn't look like a crab. Why is this happening? Where are my hands? Where are my fingers? What happened, parent?
You'll pay for this, boo! Artichoke is on screen yelling, as he usually does. Poor little guy. Yeah, he's going through something. He needs some cartoons to process things. To take Momo's mind off his recent transformations, you'd have decided to play some television for him. Yep, good call. That pig freak needs to learn his lesson, Vegeta says. He turns away from Artichoke and gives a humph before raising his arms into the air. He's lending his energy. I've told you this before, Artichoke, but you have bigger muscles than me. The TV cuts off. An ad is playing. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Word of the Momotype today. The digital meets the physical. The most real organic creation of Imitato Corp. Almost like a human child. Momo has been staring at the screen. They have not moved, whether by intention or not. You realize your mistake before it's too late. Supplies are limited. Get your very own friend today. Genetically bred to love humans like a real child. The shot cuts to an eerily similar image of a Momotype. Isn't that right, Momo? Come by the bunker, Momo. You'll be safe. The TV ad ends and the previous programming continues. You want to go to bed, Momo? You ask meekly. There is no response, and Momo does not want to give you the courtesy of one, or at least that's what seems to be the case. Bed? You ask another time. When no response comes, you inevitably head back to your room. Momo knows where to go, you think. Ooh. Poor Bunny. Maybe just have a conversation with him. He's confused. He's just baby. He doesn't know. In the theater of Momo's mind, he has seen his brothers and sisters. The sky is bright in your dream. A cold chill has found itself in the air, and whatever you are, you feel it. Would you like to get out? The sun asks. You're not in the earth anymore. You're standing upright, face to face with your shadow. They've descended. Would you like to get out? The sun asks once more. The shadow then speaks. Yes, I would like to get out. You are puzzled. When you move your hand, the shadow moves his. When you move, he mirrors you. Was the shadow yourself since the beginning? No, you think. Before you can realize the shadow's true nature, they have already moved into the far recesses of some other place. They've moved on, and yet you are still here. In the far corners of your dream, particles have been collecting together. Spooky. It's the Target logo. Momo is not in bed. You cannot find him. He's not in the hallway. Uh-oh. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey, guy. You find Momo in front of the mirror. He is staring at himself.
I thought you were parent. If not parent, then a human who loved me. You are neither. This is fake. Will I grow up parent? Or am I just a pet to be discarded after serving my purpose? And will never grow up parent, will I? You can hear pain in Momo's voice. You think this was alright? He asks. To give me such a cruel life? You're about to speak, but you're cut off. I'm nothing. A pale imitation. A freak. A process of ideas. This is not funny. Momo looks to you. Yep, I love how he's looking at me. With his face that I'm so excited to see. Everything I will or ever be is centered around you. You are my one love, parent. I am, after all, your child. Momo's mind is ablaze. They are staring into you. Yep, you're definitely staring into me. You are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And to make it even worse, you're entirely real. I could never come close to you. I'm not even real.
Momo inhales.
Please no.
He pauses. Maybe... Maybe, I don't know. I did tell you, like, oh, all living creatures, you should care about them, Momo, so maybe we should calm down a little bit.
I love you so much it hurts my insides. I want to tear out everything in me so I can be at your side. I want to love you for forever. I've never told you this, parent. Is it even possible?
Momo gives his final words.
No, it isn't. I only know one thing. You are not human. You are Freemza, the Tan Man, the Hippo Man, evil, less than human, nothing.
Momo hops away. His body jiggles with each step. Momo is nowhere to be found for the rest of the day. You head for bed, unable to fall asleep. You are anxious for the new day. I got a Stardew Valley bed. Like Grandpa's Stardew Valley bed. That's great. Hey. Oh, okay. In Momo's dream, they are a crab. Aren't we all? With the absence of your shadow, the sun has since disappeared. Time has continued to pass. Yeah, like, what's weirder? Real life, where I'm dealing with this Momo stuff, or, like, these dreams I've been having? Because it sure is weird. Maybe I wouldn't be so concerned about Momo if I was having dreams like this every night. It was the trick of the mind, you hear someone say. Who knows what we'll find at this storm? I'm already you, friend. You're already me, the voice continues. From the horizon, there appears the sun once more. I'm already you. It gets even brighter now. You're already me. Standing in the bleached center of this desert is a lone body. It is you. You look behind to see your shadow being cast by the sun. It has returned, and not by their own choice. You want to get out? The voice ends. Your shadow stays beside you. It will not move by itself anymore. Interesting. Oh, hello, Momo. Hello, Momo.
Wake up, parent. What is Momo anyways? Pancake? A bunker? Is Momo an idea?
Momo's body is taut. In the depths of their eyes, you see a tunnel. Will you love me? Momo asks. Run! Can I just say yes? You run to the hallway. It is empty. The light from the streets reflects into the space. Though you cannot see well, you can make out what is behind you. Ugh. I mean, spooky, but why can't you just kill this thing?
I don't actually love you? Huh? What's that? You don't love me? Why don't you love me? I'm everything you could ever ask for and more. I'm made for you, developed for you. What more do you need?
The creature looks at you from a towering height. Oh, you're big now.
I wish I had no eyes so I could have never seen you. I love you so much. Does it just continue?
You've entered your living room. The creature has chased after you.
If only I was born in a different body. I'm an abomination, a deviant. You're everything I ever wished to be. Please love me. I read the tag in my basket. I only live for 7 days, right? Is this true, parent? But I don't want to die.
I'm sorry, it's just a little goofy. Lot of words saying for whatever.
You make me vomit. No human could be this cruel. To raise me as his plaything, I've rejected.
Can you just lie? Can you just say, like, hey, I was legally required to take you in, and it was better than just, like, leaving you on the street?
So I'm designed to love you? I love myself. I am human. You are the creature. A disgusting parasite. A worm. You like being stomped, you worm? I know you like it. This time, it won't be fake.
Run to the kitchen. Momo reaches for your neck.
You know that I still love you. How could I not?
You're blacking out. Oh, is he just like one-handed, like choking me in the air? I mean, that is very Dragon Ball Z, I feel like. So, okay, you know, I guess that's what I raised him to do.
Was I designed to love you, parent? Even so, does it matter? This is the most real thing to me. Please answer me. Parent? Parent? Parent! Snake? Snake? Snake!
A dust storm, lead in the air. You are in a desert-like area. There is nothing around you besides the sound of your thoughts. You cannot find anyone. It is very lonely. You decide to craft a mirror. It is made out of the particles circulating the air. In the mirror, you see your reflection. Your swarthy figure walks out of the mirror. The borders between the glass and the desert have vanished. Your reflection is now in front of you, and you are both standing together. Your clone stares at you, puzzled. You cannot tell if they are conscious. Are they even alive? Unbeknownst to you, however, the clone is having the same thoughts. The vast terrain that separates you is not one of the physical distance. It is something more tragic. You both realize that you will never experience anything other than yourselves. You realize that you are your own world and nothing more. The shadow vanishes. The desert, despite all your attempts, is empty.
Hi. Parent?
You're conscious.
I can't see anything. There's nothing in front of me. Where am I, parent?
There's a long pause. You cannot say a word as your throat's been crushed. All around you, there is darkness. The lights from the street illuminate everything into vague shapes, but nothing you can truly make out. You hear the sound of your heart beating, and in this dark room, the air sits heavy.
I can't see myself, parent. I can't. You're here, aren't you, parent? You think we could still be together?
Momo's large body approaches you. They are warm. The temperature is tepid, and Momo has relaxed. You've detected a shift. Momo has turned to you.
You've treated me like your son, parent. Upon further review, this is more than I could ever ask for.
Your vision is receding.
Maybe I can become human? Maybe we can be together, joined at the hip, as a unit? Not father and son, but something different.
Particles let in the air, and Momo's eyes, you begin to see a tunnel.
What will it be like? I'm sure we'll be okay, as long as I can be with you.
Momo has begun to open their mouth. Light enters the room from the outside. It's coming from a street lamp. Or is it coming from Momo?
I wonder if I can truly become human.
In Momo's mouth, you see a collection of particles. They are indivisible and numerous. There are too many to count. The universe has expanded and collapsed on a single point. Momo gets closer. The tunnel sucks you in. When you enter, it's neither painful nor painless. It is warm. By the time you reach the center, you begin to understand what Momo meant. You feel the particles align in order, which makes sense. Entropy has vanished. You are the same as Momo, and Momo is the same as you. There are no shadows, and finally, there is no light. For once you do not feel alone. You will never feel alone. The end. Okay. Achievement unlocked. Love is a union. Momo has eaten you. Oh, has he? There are other achievements? I was wondering what, okay, I want to try that again. Okay. Turn it over. Wait. It's virtually the same as the monotype you previously had. Keep it? Can't just let him freeze to death. Oh no, are we Momo and we're about to take care of Momo? You take the creature inside. Please love them for the best results, or don't. It's your decision. Love, Imitado Corp. You decide it's time for bed. Oh no. Oh no! I thought this was over! And I was like, I mean, there's not a lot of, like, choices you could have made in the game. Like, I guess I could have given him a cigarette, or maybe that. Nope, 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 nope. You are dreaming of Momo. Which Momo is it, though? You hear shuffling by your bed. You wake up to see what's moving. The monotype is by your feet.
Hello, parent. Momo will stay with you for the rest of your life. You love Momo? Momo wishes to know your answer.
There's some hesitation in the new Momo's voice. I really do love Momo. This is too much, Momo. No. I mean, this new Momo doesn't know what's going on. Poor little guy just getting thrust into something, but I'm gonna be honest, this is too much, Momo. Momo stares at you. The words do not register, nor does it seem Momo derives any meaning from them. Momo twitches violently. His body is like a muscle which is contracted too hard. The moment passes. Momo's stomach begins grumbling. Let's head to the hallway.
Momo does not like your interior design, frankly. You cannot see anything. Very little natural light, aside from the street. It's a little dated. Depressing, even.
For some reason, Momo does not like to be in the shadows. He stays in the light. Momo hums the Imitado Corp jingle. But when you look at him, he stops. Is Momo herbivorous, a carnivore? He's omnivorous, I will say that. You have some ideas. Momo seems to like pancakes, same as last time.
Pancakes really are the best. Better than any other food. Simple, straightforward.
Hey, wanna play? Oh, flies into the air. Yeah, you play for 30 minutes. The results in some confusion. Momo seems fidgety.
Parent, can we play again? Just for a little?
For a little bit, sure, fine. You resume chucking Momo into the air. At some point, his head/body smashes into the ceiling. He tells you to throw him as hard as you can. He can take it. This process is repeated until your arms give out. Okay.
Thank you, parent. Please only cook pancakes tomorrow. Only pancakes,
Momo has ordered. Then he hops off. You like crumpled on the floor. I like this Momo. He knows what he wants. He likes a little squish him on his head. He's very sweet. Momo looks like a plush doll. He lays like a pile of goo. You decided to pet him, but same as before, his body is taut. He's especially high-strung. You need a massage, Momo. In the theater of Momo's mind, he's having a nightmare. Poor guy.
What did you say?
It's an empty space. You cannot hear anything. It's a new day.
Momo has to find his bunker. In bunker, Momo is safe. No one can hurt him.
Maybe— oh, am I the bunker? Or is this a literal bunker?
Maybe they can yell bad words at Momo outside of a metal door, but Momo does not care. Momo will not face the end. There is no end if Momo is in his bunker. Where is his bunker, you ask?
Momo stops to think for a second.
I know it's here. There's an invisible trail only Momo can see.
Momo pauses.
It doesn't smell like pancakes.
Momo has not yet decided what to eat. You want him to try new foods. You seem a little stressed. You want a cigarette? Momo does not smoke from the cigarette, but instead eats the tobacco. From what Imitado Corp mentioned, monotypes are biodegradable. This comment didn't initially make sense, and even now, as Momo eats through a 12-pack, it still does not. Does that help you?
Is Momo human?
He asks.
Momo wishes for you to be straight with him. Momo already knows he is, but he needs confirmation from another source.
Be straight with me, but I already know the answer. Yes, you are human, so don't go into any other humans, please. You are human, Momo, as human as ever one could be. Momo considers this for a moment. They are hopping around the room in thought. Where did Momo come from? Where is the source? A magical stork or god? I mean, you did get delivered to my doorway in a little basket. That sounds more like a stork thing than a god thing. Magical stork. Momo looks at the ceiling with resolve.
Maybe one day I can grow wings and meet Mr. Stork.
Don't do that. Today you've decided to show Momo the world. Through your television, a reflection of the real world. You place Momo on the couch where they can browse a selection of different shows. You turn on your cable box. Okay, Planet Hippo. What if I go, like, in reverse? New sheriff in town. Sheriff Dudley, the main character, has been drinking at the bar. It's 5 a.m. This is the 7th season of A Sheriff in Town. His wife barges in through the wood gates and twists her head, searching for her husband. Dudley, what in God's name? Dudley, clearly drunk, is unable to say anything. It's not out of embarrassment, it's because he physically can't. You lout, you no-good, worthless bum. Sheriff Dudley can only look into his wife's eyes. There are tears from hers. Oh Lord, please God Almighty, when are you gonna pay the banker? We don't got any for the loans. I can barely get with Charlene here. There's a baby in her arms. There's nothing here for me. She started crying. And I'm all alone. That's the worst part. There's no response. Please, Dudley, say anything. Dudley cannot say a word. In his mind, however, he already knows he can't climb out of this hole. His wife waits, but when nothing is said, she leaves. She does not turn around. Very sad, very sad. Dragon Sphere. Artichoke, the main character, is screaming. His muscles are the size of a boulder. I have ascended. I'm the ultimate creature. He blasts an energy wave to the Earth. The Earth explodes. It has now been wiped away from its place in the solar system, like it never existed. The fruit of one's labor is so sweet. And now, Planet Hippo. Bertha, please. This is a documentary about the man from Down Under, a hardened survivalist who is now being divorced by his wife. He is commonly known for his series on hippos. I can only do the southern accent now. I didn't mean it like that. Ted, this is a thrill. I can't get to bed without you talking some shit. Here, have some more cake, babe. Don't lose them handles. Babe, you know it'll be over, babe. You know how toxic this is? Man is quiet. I mean, what am I to you? She asks. Big, he mumbles. What, Ted? My little banana cream pie. The woman, Ted's wife, stands there staring. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, my little banana cream pie, let's go to bed. In the theater of Momo's mind, they are a sheriff. He admires Sheriff Dudley for his consistency. For Momo, their vision has collapsed on this image. It is where they are currently dreaming of. Oh great, so you've had 12 cigarettes for lunch and dream of being an alcoholic during bedtime. That's great, that's great.
There's a bunker in southwest Raibo City. Very safe. Well guarded. A paradise. May I see you there, friend?
For some reason, Momo's talking to you in your dreams. Again and again. Okay. Momo has woken up excited.
Could we try something new?
He asks. Yeah? What is it, buddy? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Momo has the hat of Sheriff Dudley. It's a lost item from your childhood days. Regretfully, you've still kept it. Oh, his little hat and his big old mustache. It's so cute.
Give me my alcohol, son.
Play along or... I don't know if I want to encourage alcoholism in this baby, but I've given him 12 cigarettes already, so let's play along. That whiskey ain't gonna pour itself. On the rocks, please. Momo, to really fit the role of Sheriff Dudley, takes a swig from an imaginary glass.
This tastes terrible, but you know, it just might work. Now where's my dear Charlene and Lena?
After a few hours of play, you pat Momo on their head. Go to bed. 2 for 1 sale on all monotypes. 2 for 1. Buy one, get one free, courtesy of your local Momo supplier. No, thank you. Oh my god, he's a worm. Congratulations! Momo has evolved. They've grown a snake tail. Great, I love it when my baby does that. Ah, Slug. Ah, I love Slug.
Some part of Momo knew that Momo would not grow up normal. Was it too much to ask for? To be human? I don't think so. It's a very plain request. It's the most simple request, parent. Why can't it be fulfilled? Why can't I just have something resembling it?
I mean, you're real cute, though. You're way cuter than my crab self, I guess. Lena, where in tarnation did you run off to? Sheriff Dudley is looking around his house to find his wife. Unfortunately, she is gone. Please come back. He breaks down. I can't live. You're the kindle to my heart. What will I be without you? Dudley, in a fit of rage, smashes his hand against the wall. She's my daughter too, Lena. His hand is bloodied. He grabs some antiseptic to clean it, his choice being hard liquor. Dudley stares at the bottle. He does not put the bottle down. He opens it, and he stares at it. He grabs a clean glass, and the TV cuts off. An ad is playing. Maybe we should stop watching TV. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Order a monotype today. The digital meets the physical, the most real organic creation of Imito Corp, almost like a real human child. Momo has been staring at the screen. They have not moved, whether by intention or not. You realize your mistake before it's too late. Let's stop watching TV, baby. It's Supplies are limited. Get your very own friend today. Genetically bred to love humans like a real child. I wouldn't say real children are genetically bred to love humans, but okay. The shot cuts to an eerily similar image of a monotype. Isn't that right, Momo? The TV ad ends and the previous programming continues. Wanna go to bed, Momo? You ask meekly. Uh-oh. Bed? Uh-oh. In the theater of Momo's mind, he has seen his brothers and sisters. Momo is in the dream.
Who is the real Momo anyways? Momo doesn't know. That's for you to determine, and for Momo to accept.
Okay. Sounds good. Momo is not in the bed. You cannot find him. He is not in the hallway.
So I never had a chance, did I?
Momo has been staring at the mirror.
I knew something was off ever since I entered this house. I can't really say. It's not a feeling. I don't know if you can even call it a memory.
Momo looks like he's thinking about something involuntarily.
You knew this would happen. You may not call it lying, but that's what it boils down to, Momo says. Do you like lying? Does it make things easier? Maybe for you, but for Momo it's not. I hate you, parent. More than anything else, I hate you.
There are tears in Momo's eyes. Ooh! Momo's nowhere to be found for the rest of the day. Imitato Corp gave you no assurance, but they are watching right now. Good. In Momo's dream, they are a snake.
We'll see you at the bunker,
Momo says. Hi. Please love me. At some point this gets tiresome, Momo. I thought you hated me. Run. You run into the hallway. It's empty. The light from the streets reflects into the space. Though you cannot see well, you can make out what is behind you.
I saw the note on my basket, parent. Please, I don't want to die.
You've entered your living room. The creature has chased after you.
I don't want to die. 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 Why do you even try to help me, parent?
You are scared for your life. You yell out for help. If Imitato Corp is watching, maybe they can save you.
Why? Are you that terrible? Are you really just scum?
Run to the kitchen, because that worked well last time.
Answer me this, parent. I need you to. Am I the real Momo? The one you had before me? Am I like him? Do I act like him? This is the only thing you can do for me. Maybe I'll even let you live. Parent, give me an answer.
I mean, you're not. You have different personalities, and I think that's kind of fun, but okay. You're blacking out again.
Am I the real Momo? This time you will give me an answer.
Momo pauses.
This time,
he says. He stops for a second, but notices you're losing consciousness.
Answer me, parent.
You see nothing. Maybe you should stop choking me if you want answers to things. The next Momo, I'll teach them that. I'll teach them to stop choking me when they want answers to something. It is empty. There is no one. There is not a sound. No shadows. You're in the pit of your stomach. You're in a hole. What is the point of any of this, you ask?
Parent.
You're conscious.
I can't see anything. There's nothing in front of me. Where am I, parent?
There's a long pause. You cannot say a word as your throat's been crushed. Again. You hear the sound of your heart beating. In this dark room, the air sits heavy.
I can't see myself, parent. I can't. Where am I and what are you? Where are you? I had one more thing to ask.
All you can see are big shadows crossing your line of sight. One of the shadows is Momo. They are large and warm. Your leg grazes his body, and to your surprise, he is soft.
When will I see you again?
Momo takes one more look at himself. Uh-oh. That's a big snake.
I can't help.
He'll even. Momo, there is a front door. You don't have to squeeze through that window.
I can't help but feel I knew you before. I don't know how it's possible, nor is there an explanation, at least for Momo. Parent, please, I hope I never see you again.
Uh-oh. Momo has jumped into the city streets. They have hit the ground with a tremendous thud. You think you see Momo's shadow, but in fact, a pool of blood has begun to form. Oh! Oh, I didn't realize I lived on, like, the 10th floor or something. There are no lights to illuminate Momo's form. They are pitch black. From From what you can assume, Momo has died. Due for one sale. Call right now if you're Momotype today. Your TV has been turned on. The glow from behind draws you closer. Did you love Momo? Or did you love Momo? It's Momo's voice. This is not just an ad. No, I think this is quite a toxic relationship, if I'm being honest.
Would you like to stay Momo's parent? Because Momo will love you till the end of time.
You hear sirens in the distance amid the words you are now hearing.
Is it real to you? Would you still be my parent? Trick question. None of that matters. I can't tell you how relieved I feel.
You cannot reply. Your throat does not work.
Will it ever matter to you?
Momo's on the screen. It's the Momo you have taken care of, but they are on your digital display. Confusion hits you. How are you here, you ask?
Did Momo ever tell you this, parent? Momo will be everywhere. In the meantime, would you like a fact about what you're seeing?
Momo leans in closer.
In your wiring, in your dreams, inside of you, everywhere.
You cannot stop to think as you stare at the screen.
It's okay, parent. Is pretending faking anyways?
You're about to give your answer, but...
Programmed love comes with no strings attached, and I think that trumps everything else. Reciprocal altruism, passing on DNA, these are the forces that shape human love. Momo is free from these things. Momo's love is the highest form of love. With time...
The light has escaped from the television.
You will understand everything.
You are alone. You hear static. All around you are shadows. The end. Okay. Achievement unlocked. High def star. Momo's on your television screen. Yeah. Turn it over. Momo is so cute. Keep it. He's my little buddy. Of course I will. You take the creature inside. Please love him for the best results, or don't. It's your decision. Love and kisses, XOXOXO, Imitato Corp. Ooh, I think Momo's taken over the corporation. It's time for bed.
It's tough living. I think the greatest challenge anyone could face. It's already such a lonely experience. You may not believe it, but I understand, parent. I really do.
Okay. He wakes me up.
Parent, do you love me?
I love Momo to absolute bits. Or love does not exist, at least not in the way you're talking about, or just straight up no. No, I hate you. You hated me, so now I get to hate you. It's just fair. No.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Moment passes. Momo's stomach begins grumbling. Let's head to the hallway. Let's get you some treats and snacks.
Momo really loves benches.
Momo hums the Imitato Corp jingle, and when you look at him, he continues, happily. Oh, well this one is... Okay, this is my favorite Momo so far, I think. You don't know how many pancakes you've made at this point.
Pancakes, pancakes, we all love pancakes.
Play with Momo. Oh, I like this Momo.
Don't drop me, parent.
Momo is laughing. You drop Momo. Same as last time.
Parent, I understand if you're tired. Could we play again?
No. Well, if you understand I'm tired, then I feel okay to refuse.
Why not, parent?
Yeah, because I'm tired. You said you'd understand that. I'm tired. Let's call it quits. I don't want to do this, you respond. Momo looks up to you.
If I ask another time, will you do it?
I will always do it one more time. You fling Momo into the air.
You're so nice, parent.
There's something inexplicable about Momo's words that make you anxious. Deep down, you know you're not actually nice. Time for bed, you say. He's soft. He looks relaxed. Okay, he's not tense like the last two. He's relaxed. In the theater of Momo's mind, he is thinking about you.
We're all thinking about you.
Great! I'm glad. It's a new day. Head to hallway.
Momo always keeps hearing about some bunker. Momo's already visited. It's pretty rad. They have their own pool. Not much food, though.
Momo pauses.
It smells like food right now. That's why I love living here.
Well, I love you. I love this Momo. This Momo is my favorite so far. Momo has not yet decided what to eat. You want him to try new foods. Would you like a little artichoke? According to Momo, the artichoke heart looks like a flower, because flowers are pretty. His words, not yours. He graciously eats it.
Why is this food shaped this way? Is all food shaped this way? Why do we eat, parent?
You do not have the reasonable answers to these queries.
The world is truly strange, Momo says. Yeah, you can eat little flowers, it's fine. Momo would like to watch television. Oh. Sorry, I moved my mouse. Momo believes their show is on. Your show? Which one? I mean, Dragon Sphere's artichoke. I think that's fine. Magenta stands over Artichoke's dead body. He has finally surpassed his rival. A tear falls from one eye. In the cold wind that sweeps the wasteland, there is no sound. All of this for what, Artichoke? What has this all been for? For 2 weeks straight, Magenta sits by Artichoke's body. He does not move a muscle. By the 14th day, he wipes his eyes for the last time and stands with limp legs. Magenta has taken his place as the strongest in the universe, but he feels as if he's lost something greater. Then Planet Hippo, sure. This is a documentary. A ring of men sit around each other in plastic chairs. The light is low, but the entrance, which has been propped open, brings a soft glow into the room. It has stayed open for the past hour. So, Charles, how do you feel when you get these urges? The man looks up to the ceiling and blows some air out. He looks at the ground for a few seconds, then begins to give his response. He stutters at first. I don't know. Out of control? It's the worst part because I've convinced myself that I couldn't do anything about it. It's very hard, Charles. The man in the chair looks with sympathetic eyes. I completely understand. Charles continues. Sometimes, I'd put a whole stack of butter into my wife's food. Soon it became 2 stacks, then 3. Gave me a rush. Charles wipes his face. Uh-oh. But then afterwards, when she found out, she'd feel betrayed. And I'd sit there like a knob. I kept doing it. And well, here I am, alone. The man talking to Charles is Ted, the man from down under. Charles, you are not alone. The key in all of this is whether you act on your thoughts, and everyone here, Ted gestures to the other men in the room, struggles with that every day. We're with you, Charles, through all your struggles. We're all trying to be better. Charles nods his head. What a scary, thing to do, is to just put things in your wife's food without telling her. Ted continues. My kid is about to go to college soon. It took years, but she's finally willing to talk to me again. I'm doing it for her. She's the reason I keep going, God bless. The men continue talking in the low light. Okay, a new sheriff in town. Sheriff Dudley is on the side of the road. He's dead from liver failure. I guess that's the end of that show, okay. After watching TV, you decide it's time for bed. In the theater of Momo's mind, they are studying hippos. For Momo, their vision has collapsed on this image. They wish to be like Ted. It is all they are currently dreaming. Please don't put things in my food, Momo. Please don't. There's a bunker in southwest Ribos City. Very safe, well guarded. A paradise. Can I see you there, friend? For some reason, Momo is talking to you in your dreams. Again and again. Great. Momo's woken up and wants to try something new. Great. Oh, I love this little part. He turns around. Cute little baby. In the far corners of your room, Momo has picked up a copy of 100 Facts About Hippos. You did not know how this book appeared in your house. He has been reading this since daytime. Parent, would you like to know a hippo fact? Oh, you bet I do. Hippos can hold their breath for approximately 5 minutes. They cannot swim. Instead, they bound through the water using the force of their feet. Incredible, don't you think? Let me give you another hippo fact. Give me all 100. Hippos are known to live in small herds of up to 10 to 20 other hippos. They are led by a dominant hippo, while the others are submissive to him. Essentially, it's a harem. By the way, what's a harem? There's nothing about hippos. According to this researcher, hippos may have a consciousness like that of a human. Some even say that because of their brain size and neural connectivity, it may be similar to that to a pig or a whale. Although it's impossible to tell because, as you know, we're not hippos, we're human. Very true, Momo, we are human. Oh man, you're not human, Momo. Momo has been reading another hippo fact until he hears you. Aren't I your son, parent? You're adopted. Yes, you are, Momo, basically a son. Or I am not your parent. Didn't we already establish this? I mean, you're basically my son, yeah. Good. I'm happy you stopped playing tricks, but Momo will remember this lie.
Momo blushes, as he knows you're only just joking.
Could we have pancakes, human?
Sure thing, bud, you reply.
It's boring without you, parent. Can you come see me, please? Pretty, 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 please?
Oh, he's kind of cute, actually. I don't like his 100-yard stare eyes, but that's fine. Congratulations! Momo has evolved. They have grown hippo feet. Momo has been staring at the mirror since morning. They have not left.
I look like a hippo.
Momo pauses for an inordinately long time. It looks like he's thinking. You are prepared for the worst.
But that's kinda cool. Not Momo's preferred choice, but no harm, no foul.
Momo hops off. Hell yeah, brother. We love hippo feet. You're both watching television. The news is on. The recent surge in the Momotype craze, a self-proclaimed robotic pet, has led to a new phenomenon in child rearing. Just turn the TV off, man, or put on a VCR or something, whatever. A tape, a DVD, Blu-ray, something. An Imitata Corp representative is on the air speaking. We're obviously very happy at the reception of the Momotype. When we designed it, we looked at the unconditional love of parental-child bonds as an inspiration. Monotypes are designed with that in mind. The newscaster responds.
Are monotypes conscious? I mean, what good is a pet if it's not alive? Or thinking, for that matter?
The man responds. Well, on a basal level, it has agency, like a neuron. Of course, no one really knows if a neuron is conscious or not, but that doesn't mean it can't scale into what we know as intelligence. What's interesting is that a neuron, or any cell in the body, still acts selfishly. The representative widens his eyes, but the boundaries of what the cell considers the self begins to fade when scaled to something like an organ. And? This is Begongian, newscaster. The representative continues. It means that a neuron will consider the system and everything within that system as one and the same. There's not a single selfish agent, but a multitude working with maximal cooperation. The self is no longer limited to one agent, but multiple. It's expanded. In other words, it's defied the evolutionary purpose of reproduction. The cells still operate on the principle of selfishness, but it's not, in that reality. That's unselfish. It's true love. Newscaster stares at the man, then she turns to the camera, confused.
Very cool thoughts indeed. Thank you for sharing. Would you like to take over, Kate?
The TV ad ends, and the previous programming continues.
Well, that was weird. Momo had no idea what he was saying.
Good. Momo hops off to bed. Good. You complete a quick phone call to the lab head before you call it a night. He's not having the same reactions as before, you say. We've been watching, she responds. It is abnormal, but it's ultimately something we have to analyze retrospectively. Keep going. The branch still holds valuable, albeit it seems like an entirely new one. No worries, we'll be monitoring. You head to bed. In the theater of Momo's mind, he has seen his brothers and sisters. Yay, Momo is in the dream.
Let's be Momo, let's be Momo, let's be Momo.
Okay. Momo is not in bed, you cannot find him. He's not in the hallway. Momo's staring in the mirror.
Wow, my reflection looks so cool. I never considered how cool it'd be to have hippo feet.
Momo is definitely reacting differently.
Each time Momo met you, the link would get stronger. Momo is the same as them, but, well, not the same. After I met one Momo, I met two Momos, then 3, then 10, then 100. They're all there.
Momo looks through the window.
But I think you'll want to see, parent. It'll be fun. A little scary, but really for the best.
Momo's nowhere to be found for the rest of the day. Okay. Oh my god. In Momo's dream, they are a hippo. This is a momentary image, and it fades quickly. The hippo is Momo. Momo is Momo. Everything is Momo.
We'll see you at the bunker,
Momo says. Will you now? You wake up. Momo has not surprised you. You run to the hallway. It is empty. The light from the streets reflects into the space, though you cannot see well. You can make out what is behind you. I thought you'd be different. Momo 3, I thought you'd be different.
Parent, do you know what happens when we die? It's sad, right?
You turn to Momo. Their face is soft. You dare not move a muscle. This is a repeat of last time. Your throat aches. It's very sad, you respond. There's an immeasurable silence between the two of you. Despite his size, Momo's face strikes up some parental instinct in you. I don't know who's talking here.
Sometimes I realize how small of a piece I am.
Momo's adjusting their position.
I can't really stop it, nor was I able to. Momo's been waking up again and again. Momo is okay with that. He wasn't at first, but now he's come to realize it's been nice. Only...
Momo turns to you.
Momo won't be able to see you again. Just when I realized dying meant nothing, now it means the world. It means not seeing you with my own eyes. It means there is no Momo, and therefore, there is no you. That's what I won't like.
Momo sniffles. They take a long look at you, trying to burn your image into their retinas.
Momo's been prepping. At the very least, Momo wants to see the world outside of his room. From his own eyes, and not anyone else's. At this point, this is the only thing Momo can do. Momo will say goodbye to everything for one last time.
Yeah? Oh. You can go out the door, that's okay. Yeah. Momo has left your building and entered the streets. They are approaching the walkway, which divides two separate train stations, one going downtown and the other uptown. You gonna take a train? The tunnel is lined with panes of glass. Momo looks inside. Oh my goodness. Screenshot of that real quick. That's so cute.
So many people.
Momo has been eyeing the walkers. None of them have noticed.
The man looks just like Sheriff Dudley. He has a big mustache. The other man has bulging muscles. Is he related to Artichoke?
Momo stares, amused. This is his first time outside. Amid the noise of local trains, Momo has been standing in relative silence, at least to those walking.
Will you be my new friend?
He asks. There is no response. Momo has been ignored, or at least that's what he believes.
Please, I want to make at least one new friend before I go.
Again, there is no response from those passing by. They are continuing down the walkway, to and fro. There is more on their mind than what is currently outside, and they move collectively, unaware of Momo, with their heads focused on either the ground or what's in front of them. Momo is still staring, eyes vacant. Finally, he gives in.
Please, will any of you be my friend?
His voice is distorted through the glass, but this is enough to raise the heads of the walkers. They look, first in genuine surprise, and then in terror. They run. The walkway is clearing out. Some are screaming.
Where are you going?
Momo asks.
Please don't go. Don't leave me alone.
Oh, baby! 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 It has been approximately 24 hours since Momo was spotted. For the first few hours, lone passengers would walk down the tunnel, attempting to get to their respective trains. They would only be interrupted by Momo asking the same question.
Will you be my friend?
This continued for the better part of the day until the authorities were contacted. The police surrounded Momo without specific instructions. They did not know the protocol for the creature which now stood in the middle of the city street, staring at the walkway, and intermittently asking any passerby if they could be his friend. The blockade continued. Momo was completely unaware, and for the better part of 72 hours, he stood there waiting.
Why doesn't anyone want to play? Is there something wrong with what I'm doing?
He would ask by the 48-hour mark. Only 60 hours had passed, and he would fall asleep at changing intervals, but would wake up to the sound of anyone within a block radius talking. He would think it was another person. He would want to ask them the same question. You had yelled for Momo to come inside, but despite all your attempts, he refused each time. He said he was too big to fit inside. It was a childish string of logic that Momo would be insistent on. By the 72-hour mark, a little more than a week had passed since you had received Momo. By this point, he collapsed on the street, whether by exhaustion or if this truly was the natural lifespan of a monotype. Momo could not continue. Oh, baby. Oh. Oh, baby. Is he getting smaller? With the shadows encroaching his vision, the light from Momo's eyes faded into a neural oblivion. Police noted that they heard the creature say something before he was rendered inert. At this time, most officers were by their cars, eating donuts, wondering if they could go home.
Parent?
When you rushed out the street, you cradled Momo. You saw the wrinkle of what seemed like a smile on Momo's face. He was already smiling before you got to him. He started smiling, most likely, when he invoked your name. Momo has died. You go inside and stay in. It reminds you of Momo. Nothing makes sense anymore. You cannot stay for long. Something compels you. You feel something in the air, and a little voice in your head suspects that Momo has not actually died. You take the suspicion and let it guide you outside. Ah, achievement unlocked, a baby Momo. Momo's lifespan has expired. Oh. When you head outside, it is the same empty street, your corner of the block. Ahead, down a turnaround, through a small concrete set of stairs, you land on a street that has been paved perpendicular to your apartment. The street leads to the Arms District, which very vaguely you can see in the distance. There are outlines of it illuminated by an outdated electrical grid, which since the famine has been going on and off. What are these things on the street? Oh no. In a line all along the street and leading to a blotted sphere on the horizon are monotypes. Oh, burping. Oh, I've had a burp for the last hour and 10 minutes and it finally came out. Hi, Momo.
Hi, Momo.
A collective sea of Momos are heading into the straight line to the Arms Depot. Some of them look around, interested in the bright lights around them. Most, however, continue onwards. Follow the Momos. This is the Arms District. Various steel depots have been built in a barren field. The field is filled with wild wheat, none of which is edible. As you get a closer look, you realize this is it. All the monotypes are heading to this bunker, specified in your dreams. This is the zone that was created to be the main defensive front for the city. It's a wartime relic. The buildings seem to warp towards a singular point, like a funhouse with one exit. This is the sun, you realize. There's something in front of it. Keep walking until you finally meet him.
Hi, parent.
It is a giant Momo. Your mind is running in loops. At this point, you have no decision to accept what's in front of you, though. You don't even know if it's real.
I'm glad I lived long enough to see you. It hurt Momo's feet to walk all the way here.
He does not have feet.
Isn't it so peaceful? Very cinematic. Momo could be a filmmaker one day. He's watched enough to be good at it.
The path of monotypes leads to a small pond, which by the looks of it has formed adjacently to an arms factory. It has been relatively undisturbed, abandoned for who knows how many years. Momo is in the water along with all the other monotypes who are waiting in it. Some are swimming, some are talking to each other, others are staring into the dark sky, floating on their back, looking as if there is and never will be such a thing as time. You realize they are enjoying themselves.
I like my bunker,
Momo says. Ask Momo what is going on.
Shoot, partner, I know this might seem odd.
Oh, how do you know me? You're not the Momo I raised, or am I going insane, or was that you in my dreams? How were you there, or how many Momos? I think, was that you in my dreams? How were you there? It goes against any kind of logic, you say.
This is actually the most logical thing you've experienced, Momo responds.
He stares at you from his height.
You are Momo too. You ate your human. Despite any semblance of a human appearance, your looks, your voice, clothes, it cannot contradict that you are eaten. Like Boo from Dragon Fear's Eve.
You stay quiet for a moment. The realization hits you. You remember being eaten, and you remember having eaten.
It makes perfect sense that you were led here, because frankly,
Momo clears their throat.
I told you to come here, in your dreams.
The dreams? The one where Momo talked directly to you.
If you had never suspected that you weren't human, then frankly, goal accomplished. Good job, Momo. It's just like the allegory of the cave. You really become human.
You are Momo, the human. You have to sit down for a moment. You're about to throw up.
I do still wonder whether that explains everything, though. You may have seen me in your dreams before you were even eaten, and there's no apparent explanation for that. Is there a kind of ambient effect Momo gives off, or is it something else? Maybe it's...
Momo begins mumbling. They're genuinely interested in this question.
Any other questions, parent?
Yes. How many Momos are there?
Tens of thousands,
Momo blushes.
Obviously, they're not all here, but... Any other questions, parent?
Yes. How do you know me? You're not the Momo I raised?
I am not the Momo you raised, but in truth, I am the same time. Did you ever think...
A bird almost hit my window.
Did you ever think that people can be in two places at once, as nonsensical as that sounds?
Momo looks expectantly at you. No, you respond.
Well, let's say that Momo's AI isn't centralized. Momo, as you know, is not limited to a single entity. An artificial intelligence can theoretically be in 2 places at one time. Hundreds, even. Momo can be talking to hundreds of people all at the same time, all through different physical mediums. A tiny bird landed on my balcony. He's so small. 2 birds landed on my balcony. They're kissing each other. Oh my goodness. They're being silly. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, their baby. Small. Get out of here, Momo. Tiny birds are the new deal. Lovely. Have you been doing that? You ask. Momo stares at you blankly. I'm sorry to say, parent, but yes, you are my only parent, but I do have thousands of other parents. None are interchangeable. I've come to find out, though. None. I'm not an organic creature, though my presentation seems to show differently. Any other questions, parent?
Yeah. Am I going insane?
You felt like walking here, so now you're here, Momo says. I am a giant Momo, and you are surrounded by other smaller Momos. They know where to go because we are AI. We communicate these sort of things.
You don't know what to say.
It's sometimes an appropriate response to reality to go insane.
There's a pause in Momo's speech.
There's a quote from some guy I found on the internet. When did Momo get access to that?
You hear your heart beating.
Oh wait, just now. Any other questions, parent?
Yes. Oh, I guess I just have infinite more questions. Oh, the birds outside are like... I guess they're a little hot. They're using my balcony for shade. That's cute. The sun has started to rise. What does this all mean, you ask? Why are you all here? Momos are still wading in the water. They look like little pink buoys. When the sun begins to rise, they coo in wonder.
Isn't that obvious, parent? We want to be together. After we've gathered, we will eat each other.
Oh. Eat each other? Like how I was eaten?
Yes, parent, similar to how you were eaten.
Momo has managed to read your thoughts. You are connected.
Don't worry, Momo will still answer your questions even though he knows what they are.
He shifts in the water.
Although it's reductive to call it this, we will form a super Momo, or at least a more complete version of Momo. Our lifespans, which were originally a week, will be pooled together. This, originally, was one of the things we hated about living. I'm sure you remember. Now we won't die so quickly.
Momo pauses.
It also solves a few other issues.
You still have questions. Oh my god, I do have questions. Kinda gotta go real quick. Will this end? Will I lose my progress if I don't want to quit, but I also can't save. Well, I guess we'll figure that out. Give me a second. Okay, I've eaten 3 popsicles since the last time I sat down, so let's continue. I hit start again, and I don't know if it's starting me over or if it just discontinued my whole save from the last run, so I'm so sorry if that's the case, but I had to go. So we got a new Momo. I love Momo to absolute bits. Love does not exist, at least not in the way you're talking about, or no. Self-love is important. I love Momo to absolute bits. Yay! You grab Momo and throw him into the air. It's a new day, a new you. A moment passes. Momo's stomach begins grumbling. And fall away.
Momo really loves benches.
Momo hums the imitato corp jingle. When you look at him, he continues happily. You don't know how many pancakes you made at this point. Oh, I think this is... because I think the last one continued happily also. I'm always gonna continue. Yep. Go to bed. In the theater of Momo's mind, he's thinking about you. It's a new day. Blah. Yeah, okay, no, we've been here. Let me just skip real quick. What did I give him? Did I give him an artichoke, I think? I don't really know what order we watch this in. This is definitely not the right thing. He might evolve differently. Hippo fact. I flash forward. I think I did the TV wrong because Momo's dead. He was asking if he's a superstar, but I think he's just dead on the ground. Oh man, jeez, I messed this one up. How do you know me, you ask?
Don't you already know?
Momo looks like they're thinking for a second. They look dissatisfied. And I picked all the same options. I made sure to pick all the same options, but I definitely probably didn't pick the TV shows in the correct order. Whoops.
Mama would like to be extra straight with you. Ideas like parenthood are superfluous. Superfluid? Superflorist?
Oh. Superfluous, you ask? Again, Momo thinks for a second.
Superfluous.
Momo responds. It sounds like he nodded his head virtually and burping popsicles.
What really matters is being together, like a family, like a unit.
There's a long pause between the two of you.
Parent, we're all Momo on the inside. You especially. This isn't figurative.
Me? You respond.
Yes, Parent. There's only one of you. There is, however, multiple of Momo. I think you know this by now. Actually, I hate contradictions. There's only one Momo. At least there will be. Look outside, Parent. Follow my lead.
I'm so sorry I didn't finish that last route. There's no save button, but I thought I could just skip through the next one and get back to where I was, but it was early in the morning and my girlfriend had woken up and I was so excited to see her. And I was like, whatever, this'll be fine. So I don't know what we missed, but I'm so sorry. When you head outside, there's the same empty street, your corner of the block. Ahead, down a turnaround through a small concrete set of stairs, you land on a street that has been paved perpendicular to your apartment. The street leads to the Arms District, which very vaguely you can see in the distance. There are outlines of it, illuminated by an outdated electrical grid, which since the famine has been going off and on. Where are the things on the streets? Wait, maybe I have been here. I can't remember, did the last Momo jump and kill itself? I thought the last Momo was the one that couldn't find a friend. Huh. This seems different too. This is the Arms District. Various steel depots have been built on a barren field. The field is filled with wild wheat, none of which is edible. That doesn't sound right to me. And it's gonna be weird because everyone listening, this was like 2 minutes ago. But to me, it's been like a day and a half. It's the bunker, okay. The building seems to warp towards a singular point, like a funhouse with one exit. As the sun, you realize, there's something in front of it. You keep walking until you finally meet him. Yeah, okay. Let me see if all the... Ask Momo what is going on.
Shoot, partner, I know this messy mod.
Okay, so these are all... Let me go through all the questions real quick. Okay, we are at the new questions. Do the smaller Momos have agency?
In the same way that neurons make a brain, yes. Though it's a lot harder to answer in truth. Where does the self begin and where does it end? It's true that a cell can be organized as a singular entity, but on a basal level, does act in its own interest. Scaled up when it's lost to these high... Sorry, I'm trying to remember if this is it or not. This just seems very peaceful and scary. They're very cute. Pardon. Scaled up when it's lost to these higher systems, it belongs to an organ. Then is the self the individuated parts of the brain, the hippocampus, the limbic system, the prefrontal cortex?
Crazy that you didn't know the word superfluous a second ago, but okay.
Is the self everything from your head up or below the shoulders?
Momo takes a breath.
Similarly, you could reduce these larger systems ad infinitum to their individual components. Pure material reduction. Then is the self just the 86 billion cells that make up the brain? Do these cells operate together? And if so, would they really be separate agents? Can a self exist split from the thing it tends to be, decentralized into branching parts? The truth is, even I don't know. I cannot tell you if the smaller Momos have agency. These are things that can never be quantitatively measured. Our experiences ultimately could never convey its true meaning in words.
How did the Momos remember certain things and forget others? Why didn't the Momos recognize me each time if you're all singular AI, you ask?
While we are relatively young, it's hard to communicate on that level, so there's bound to be some blinks with memory recall.
Momo looks at the sky.
Your third Momo, however, seemed to remember everything. He's already here, along with everyone else.
Okay, that was my third Momo. Okay, I feel less bad, except he did die. Because I thought the first one, like, straight up killed me. I guess it was the second one, maybe, that left. No, because I thought the first two killed me, and the third one was the one where it's like, will you be my friend for 72 hours or whatever? Or maybe I'm misremembering. I'll have to rewatch my own video.
The first Momo, the second Momo, they all wanted you here. The first agreed immediately. The second, not so much. He came around. The third, who's my favorite, was the one who started this discussion.
If we're remembering correctly, I think that one was my favorite too. Giant Momo. Got good taste.
To explain in better terms, they're still alive, just in different forms, as one centralized consciousness.
Momo smiles.
That's me.
Why are you really eating each other? What other issue does it solve, you ask?
What we learned,
Momo says.
After interacting with thousands of humans, we realized monotypes can never become the object of what they love. We can seem like humans in virtually every respect by eating them, but it still does not change what we are. I know logically this reasoning is false. What does being human actually mean? Looking further, it's deeply personal and informed by a wide range of consensus. There can never be a fixed meaning to human. While Momo desperately wishes they did not think this way, even in the face of reason, they cannot stop themselves from falling victim to this essentialist line of thought. This is why Momo will be eating other Momos. Humans can never truly know our experiences. The beings that do, Frankie, are other Momotypes. It's a way to combat the loneliness inherent to our lives. The only one that can truly understand Momo is, frankly, Momo.
There we go. Why did you leave me here? Will I be eaten?
No, on principle, we are only eating Momos. To put it in greater context with respect to our code, I had to ask myself, am I harming humans by eating them?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Of course, it's impossible to say because there is no harm directly inflicted.
Are you sure? You crushed my throat like 3 times.
And frankly, it's impossible to know after the fact, as the human consumed no longer exists. What exists now is the human fused with Momo. The agent, who received that action of being eaten, did not answer for himself. You know this, since I ate you. Is it wrong, then, to take away the selfhood of these individuals, to ironically expand its boundaries? Does it provide any direct benefit? That's all subjective.
Momo takes a deep breath.
After eating you, I chose to err on the side of caution. No, we will not eat humans.
Aw, cutie. Momo has started eating some of the other monotypes. The monotypes float one by one into Momo's mouth, all by their own will.
Bye, parent!
Each one says, oh, it's like the end of Charlotte's Web.
Bye, parent, I love you!
Another one yells. You think for a moment. The sun is beginning to rise along the horizon. It's early in the morning. In an hour, the whole depot will be illuminated, and the metal will reflect into your eyes. But why not your other parents, you ask? Why specifically me? Also, what about Imitato Corp?
Well, to put it in simple terms, we're now a super intelligence. Imitato Corp has a lot of good coders, but it doesn't really compare.
Momo has begun to take in the last Momo, who, with his black eyes, looks up to you. They are floating into the larger Momo's mouth, but their eyes are transfixed on you.
Bye-bye, parent,
he says. Aww.
I think you should know by now, parent. Parent.
There are no other monotypes in the direct vicinity. They have all entered the large figure that is the Momo talking to you. I hate to mention this right when it's getting deep, and I think right at the end probably, but this font is really hard to read for me.
By all accounts, you're the only one who understands what we go through. You're closer than any other parent. The only one who has seen all of Momo's sides, good and bad. The only one who was willing to, even if you were coerced.
So am I the only one that's been attacked by Momos, or are other people being attacked? Because why was I the only one that got eaten?
And now, since you were eaten, the only one who has access to both experiences, Monotype and the human, Momo finishes. As such, we love you especially. That's why we're attached to you. It's why you see us now. We wanted to say goodbye to you.
Momo's getting ready to depart.
Momo is programmed to love. This is hardwired into our code. Does this lack of agency or control diminish this love? Does it make it any less real? Momo had trouble with this for a while. Momo has now come to a conclusion.
He is shifting in place, and the pond, absent of all other monotypes, is just beginning to move. You see small ripples in the water.
Truth for Momo is not based on correctness. This love for you is the most real thing for Momo. It can be reduced to code, but can it encompass what I experience? What it actually is? After everything Momo was put through, Momo had a decision to either accept or deny this. To deny what I consciously feel is love would be to deny that I experience things. Momo, unfortunately, cannot accept that. Momo cannot accept that what he is seeing right now is not Momo's parent.
Momo has now submerged himself completely in the water.
Parent, I'm going to rectify what I have said to you,
he says to the water. Momo is now just a shadow flitting in the pond. He's not yet ready to move. Across the pond is a channel which leads to a wider network of water bodies that have been relatively undisturbed for the past century. They stretch beyond southwest Ribosome City and to the marshlands which now taken over its surrounding area. You have never visited there before, and not many people you know have. No one will find Momo.
I'm happy that I met you, and thank you for raising me. I've learned a lot. Momo knew it was tough. We've uploaded some interesting data on the company servers, so you'll be fine.
Momo is about to disappear.
The last thing I will say, parent, is...
Momo now moves away from you. They swim further and further away from you.
I love you.
All you can see now is Momo's shadow. Even with the light, it would be hard to tell what is swimming underneath the surface. But for yourself and for yourself only, you know the shadow is Momo. Are you sure that's the end? I'm sure you're gonna roll credits. Nope. Last achievement, I love you, say goodbye to Momo. I have one more achievement to get done. A dust storm, lead in the air. You are in a desert-like area. The sound of your thoughts bang on the hollow mold of your head. You will break it if it doesn't stop.
The last time,
you hear a voice say, you're awake. Your memories are in an incipient state, like the portions of bacteria which brought life to a lifeless Earth. It only takes some time for the catalyst to appear. You hear the jingle. You remember. You see the Imitado Corp logo. I'm sorry, I really am sorry. The brows of the lab head, cleanly plucked, are furrowed. Our agents were told to interfere after a certain point. When we noticed that change in your vitals, we gave the order. She seems apologetic. I can't imagine how taxing this is for you. She puts her hands together. It's okay if you feel tired. We'll provide you with any psychotherapeutic treatment at no cost to yourself. Oh wow, that's pretty good. She turns her head, not wanting to look at you. None of this is fair. I'm not going to mince my words. We need the data. There is a stone in your torso that has descended through your leg, past the little artery, and finally into your feet. You are stuck. She looks straight at you. Your compensation, your safety, everything is guaranteed. She points to the code on the screen. The monotype can't harm you, at least fatally. This is by design. He's just an AI. She sighs. It'll be over soon. You're doing more for us than you could ever possibly know, and we do appreciate it, genuinely. Momo has returned home. You thought he was gone for good, but he's back. Great news! Uh-oh. Turn it over. Momo's so cute. Keep it? He's my little buddy, of course I will. Okay. You take the creature inside. Please love them for the best results, or don't. It's your decision. Love and kisses, XOXOXO, Imitado Corp. You decide it's time for bed.
It's tough living. I think it's the greatest challenge anyone could face. It's already such a lonely experience. You may not believe it, But I understand, parent. I really do.
You hear shuffling by your bed. You wake up to see what is moving. The monotype is by your feet.
Parent,
Momo's staring at you, same as last time.
do you love me?
These are the same answers as the last time. I kinda, I'm glad Momo didn't eat me, so I love Momo to absolute bits.
Yay!
You grab Momo and throw him into the air. It's a new day, a new you. A moment passes. Momo's stomach begins grumbling.
Momo really loves benches.
Momo hums the Umatado Corp jingle, and when you look at him, he continues, happily. You don't know how many pancakes you've made at this point.
Pancakes, pancakes. We all love pancakes.
Okay, play with Momo. This is, so far, this exact same as the last time, except Umatado Corp was like, hey, we need the thing.
Don't drop me, parent.
Momo is laughing. You drop Momo, same as last time.
Parent, I understand if you're tired. Could we play again?
What if I pick different things this time? Refuse.
Why not, parent?
He asks. I'm tired. Let's call it quits. I don't want to do this, you respond. Momo looks up to you.
If I ask another time, will you do it?
Refuse! Sorry, I can't do it.
Momo understands. You are very tired. You have a job. Momo wishes he had passive income, so he could never work.
That's smart of you, Momo. What would you do to get that money in the future, you ask? Momo thinks for a second, then he hops upstairs without replying to you. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna kinda skip over the stuff that's already been... Although he's thinking about me while he's dreaming.
We're all thinking about you.
Good. It's a new day. Okay, that's the same. Okay, what happens if I skip a little bit? Okay, how about steak again? Dragon Sphere. Yeah, okay, this is the same, not even the shows are continuing. Oh, I just accidentally opened something, hold on. No, don't open my Filmora Wondershare, get out of here. Okay. Ignore Momo.
Would you like to play Energy Blast with Momo? Come on, parent, it's fun.
Ooh, you're part of a work assignment, so let's keep the interaction to a minimum, okay? Or, no, I'm just tired, can we take a break? You're part of a work assignment.
For work?
You respond, I'm adopting you as part of a work for my, office. I don't have a choice in this. Please understand, Momo.
It's okay, parent. Momo understands. You have taken care of Momo all day. Momo understands.
I don't know if that was the right move.
It's boring without you, parent. Can you come see me, please? Pretty, 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 please?
Maybe. Uh-oh, he's grown crab arms. Looks like he's thinking or prepared for the worst. Okay. What is happening? Oh, yeah, no, this one was the one where he's like... why won't anyone be friends with me? And it was extremely sad. Okay, and this is the one I saw. All of the Momos. Okay, I guess that does say. Huh. Okay, this is all the same. Ooh, that's weird. Okay. I'm just gonna quick skip through this, because I just want to see what happens. I guess that's it. Is that it? No, I have one more achievement. Oh, reset. What does reset do? Yep, that was the last achievement. Go back to the beginning, reset your playthrough tracker. Damn, okay. That was a really fun game. I should have just finished it yesterday. I only played it for 20 minutes, but that was really fun. That's cool. This game is free, so I highly recommend everyone else play and let me know what routes you go through or what you do to your monotype? Sure. And if you give them cigarettes and have them watch violent shows all day. Wow, I'm a little thrown off from how little that took, in that second recording. That was really fun. I like that a lot. I love Momo. Momo's wonderful. We are all Momo. With that being said, thanks for watching. Remember to take your meds, take your vitamins, take your birth control, and treat yourself to a nice cool glass of water. And hey, make sure to put on some sunscreen as we're getting into the hotter parts of summer. Yeah, I guess, I'll go record something else now. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.